So I thought this video was going to be about a rug, just a rug. Calm, reasonable decision made by a functioning adult. And then it escalated. Yo me cago mi estampa. Maybe I should open where it says, open here.
You are made of stupid.
Don't make me laugh. They were popular.
What's this called? Bunions? Not bunions. What do you want? I'm a noob, okay? I'm still learning. I'm trying. If I keep saying anything is not correct, I'm gonna be pissed. I am bamboozled right now. What you are about to watch is basically how a small upgrade turned into a full apartment mood shift, which says a lot about my personality. Hi, hello, my name is Diana. If you don't know me, welcome back to my channel if you're new here. Just so you know, I like to talk about interior design, books, beauty, all things cozy, or whatever comes to my mind. Today's video got out of hand. I did not plan by no means to have this turn around how I see my apartment decoration. It completely snowballed into something that changed my entire style. So yeah.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
You're gonna want to see this and how this all happened. It's footage over several months, so don't be amazed if you see me wearing shorts and then suddenly wearing a sweater or something like that. You know, also, it's Munich, so the weather here is absolutely crazy. So yeah. So as always, grab something to stay hydrated with me, and let's talk about how this unfolded. Do you have an idea how excited I am for this? My new rug has arrived and we're going to set it up together. First steps are I'm going to clean this area a little bit. I'm going to vacuum and just prepare it for the new rug. Also, of course, get rid of the old one. I'm a bit sad about it, but honestly, it has to go. It's full of pee that probably I have not located because of a certain feline that lives rent-free in my house. It's scratched, it doesn't look nice anymore, and also, honestly, if I'm going to lean into this vintage, Victorian-ish style, might as well do it at first.
Decrepit 27-year-old Victorian hag.
I think I have a cat hair here. So, let's get to it. We will unbox this right after we're done cleaning, so we can just put it straight where it belongs. Frankly, I was tired of my old rug, which had served its purpose for a long time.
She was a fairy.
For the 3-4 years I had been living here in this apartment. The problem is, when I first got it, I did not think about the fact that I had a cat. This is full, and I mean full, of cat toys. Well, I thought about it. I just did not realize how problematic that was going to be with this type of material, which was in this case a wool material. Very nice, very comfy to the touch, very warm. It insulated the apartment very well. However, whenever my cat baked cookies on it, it would just get uglier and uglier and uglier every single time. So I would have to literally shave my rug so it would not have this old appearance everywhere. It lost its smoothness, it lost all these things. It was just like, it was ugly, all right? Like, I don't know how to explain it. This is what it currently looks like. I'm not sure if you can see very well. These things are what my main issue with this carpet is. It's very difficult to clean with a cat. It's just not very practical overall. So there's quite some problematic areas. We have this here, this area here is really bad. That's where she mostly decided that it's a good idea to pee, because she doesn't have enough litter boxes apparently with 2. It's just not looking very nice anymore. I just feel like it blends with the floor too much, perhaps. In my opinion, the whole vibe gets lost in that. I think this apartment could do with some more, you know, color, honestly. Also, why am I so sweaty and why are you this close? Stop, like, can you not? Oh god, it's really hot. Scares me the most under the carpet. Deep breath. It's not so bad. It's just, what is that? I think that's your fault. Could it be? Anyway, the whole underside of the carpet has an entirely different color to the actual one. So this one looks a bit more grayish. Oh, there you see it. You see? This is a bit more yellowish. And that's the actual color. Although I'm sure this is also not very clean. And that's one of the things that honestly bother me of this carpet is that I cannot properly clean it. Even vacuuming this carpet is very, very difficult because the dirt, the cat hair, my own hair, dust, anything goes like in between, you know, the seams of the wool. So it's just not the most cat-friendly or hygiene-friendly carpet ever. I'm not sure what she's trying to do. Probably playing with the dirt so she makes sure that it's everywhere. Anyway, before she does that, I'm gonna make sure to vacuum all the that I can find under here, and then also the underside of the carpet per se. So look at her. Oh god, wish me luck. Oh, what is that? I think I'm gonna need a stronger tool. Also, I just found a piece of puzzle that I had lost recently, and I thought I had lost it forever. And I finished the puzzle, one last piece was missing, and this is the piece. Guess who lost it? Not me, I'll tell you that. Time to literally wrap it up. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh my god, I'm gonna get rid of this. Also, my taste has changed a lot ever since I got it, so I thought it's an opportunity to introduce a lot of color into the space with a rug, especially a rug that big. So I was looking through several different options, you know, my trusty dusty Amazon, also Ruggable. It's an amazing website for these kind of things. I searched a lot. I looked for a lot of options. I had saved several, but none of them really convinced me, actually. Then I found this idea on Ruggable. It's this Bridgerton inspired rug. It was like a vintage pink. They also had it in blue, but I was wanting to keep this warmth in the apartment. So if I introduced more color, it was going to be with the idea of keeping the warmth and keeping the essentially the color palette more or less as it was, just with less overall grayness to it. You know what I mean? Looking at this, the problem was the price tag, as it usually is. I mean, you know.
Have you ever had a dream that you had?
You know, since I am not planning on getting a mortgage for a rug, I decided to keep looking for something very similar to that. And I ended up finding this amazing green rug that had kind of the same flowery Bridgerton vibe to it, kind of this oriental vibe as well. I was not sure, however, if this much of green was going to look good because I didn't have many green things in my apartment, mind you, when I first started this makeover project, which was not initially a makeover. It was just getting a new rug because the old one was ugly. What ended up happening is I talked to my friend ChatGPT and I asked it to give me an idea of what it would look like. If you're not sure about something, I recommend this just to get a visual idea of how things will look. Nowadays, I'm also using other types of apps for interior design, which help a lot visually, but this is a great tool for just anybody that really wants to be sure before getting something. Just a short disclaimer, I am more aware nowadays of the impact AI has, especially when it comes to the environment. I am a lot more cautious when it comes to using it. I think at the end of the day, we all should be. There are many other programs and apps out there that are very useful, if not more so, for interior design and many other things. Even Canva is a great option to help visualize your ideas. It didn't really portray the exact rug that I was given it, but you know, it allowed me to get an idea at least. So having this in mind, I was convinced. The only thing that didn't convince me fully is the fact that I did not have much green again in my apartment, other than a couple of plants here and there that were very, very tiny. But we'll get to that in a second as well. But don't get ahead of yourselves. This is how it went. Let's go back in time. Time for the unboxing. So this is where my rug is. Honestly, it looks very tiny. I know it's tinier than my original one because the material is different. Wool, of course, is heavier and it takes up more space. On the one hand, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get this specific rug because it's a plainer surface. It's easier to clean. I want to be careful because I don't want to cut the actual rug. Okay, it's actually very well rubbed, so no chance for me to cut it. So like I was saying, basically it's just easier to maintain, especially being a cat mom that likes to keep her place in check. Oh my god, I can see it already.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
It's giving grandma's home. And guess what? I love it. Okay, so many packages and it's very hot in here. Woo! Alright, can you see it already? Isn't that pretty? I love the green. It's such a nice green. It's like a pale green. I love it. It has pink and it goes with my pink furniture.
Oh my god!
Oh, soft. Very soft. Oh my god.
My Shayla!
Isn't that... Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Can somebody be in love with a rug? Because I think I am. Oh my god. This is the best purchase I've ever done. Proceeds to say that with every single purchase she does. Okay, let's put it in place where it belongs and where I hope it stays for a long time in a very good condition. Hopefully my cat, I mean, she will definitely bake cookies with this carpet as well, but hopefully since this is not wool, although it's a soft material as well, but I hope she doesn't get to, you know, it's like a blanket and blankets are normally fine. Look at that flower. The material is also so much easier to clean, very soft. There's no going in between the cracks. I am bamboozled right now. Do you like it? I hope you don't pee in it. I don't think she can make any promises, but what I'm gonna do though before I put it, I just realized I'm gonna scrub a little bit in the very specific places with this special product to clean animal odors, stuff like that. So hopefully, very specifically in those places where she used to pee on the carpet, if it went underneath on the floor and it still smells even a tiny little bit, I'm afraid she will keep doing that on the new one as well, and I want to avoid that at all costs. So first, I'm gonna make sure to scrub as much as I can with this. One more step and we're almost there. Are you gonna be good? Yes? What's up? What's up? Hi! What's up? What do you want? Are you gonna be good? I hope you don't pee on it. It's a nice carpet. Let's keep it that way, yeah? You're so cute. I love you so much. Yo me cago en mi estampa. Vaya tela, de verdad. Oh my god. This doesn't look gorgeous. So it's a little bit, you know, falded in some places. I'm not sure if ironing on the back side would be a good idea. I'm not sure if they said anything on the side. Maybe I should check that, but I'm not sure if just over time this will get better on its own, you know, with the furniture and everything. It's just so pretty. I love it so much, so much. It looks gorgeous. By the way, I also noticed just now, like 5 minutes ago, after doing this whole thing, I noticed the mic, this mic, was on, but it was not connected to the camera. So probably the audio was shit. I'm sorry for that. I'm a noob, okay? I'm still learning. I'm trying my best, truly. Sometimes my best is like a 2%. We're okay with that. We just have to accept it. In any case, I'm just going to look at that. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna check the website and see if it's possible to iron it from like the back side to make it flat, or if just maybe laying 24 hours, it will do that on its own. I don't know. The other challenge is that I would like to put part of it under the couch. So basically, I have to lift the couch on both sides. Let's see if I can do that properly. I mean, it should be okay. This couch is not that heavy. It's heavy. I know, because I brought it myself. Hyper independence is always great. So with that being said, do you want to add anything? No? You like it? Are you gonna piss on it? Okay, seems like she likes it so far. Let's see how... Hey, what's that behavior? Are you scratching it? What What's your opinion? Is it approved by you? So, oh god. So I think once it's under there, it should be okay. No? How the f do I do this? Well, now it's underneath. Okay, a bit more. Okay. Is that okay? I think so. So, I'm so happy. I'm so giddy, it's insane. I love this carpet so much. I couldn't find anything on the side talking about how you should make it, you know, flat. But I think just 1 or 2 days will do that. Gravity will do that on its own. So it should work. I'm so happy. I am so incredibly happy. This is not a very flattering angle, but yeah, I love it. I could just roll in it the entire time. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all the furniture back where it belongs, and I'm gonna call it a day because I need to make dinner because tomorrow is a big day as well. My book is waiting for me right now, so I'm so happy. This rug changed absolutely how my living room felt. The space suddenly looked more intentional. Before, the rug used to blend more into the floor. Now it was adding into the vibe, and I was so in for this. It's warm, it's soft, it has this vintage look that makes it seem like you inherited it from a mysterious relative with very good taste. And it makes the living room feel instantly more grown up. It's one of those pieces that does the 70% of the decorating for you, really. And here's the thing about rugs. They're not just decorative. A rug anchors a space. It tells the furniture where to sit. It basically says, this is the living room, behave accordingly. And like I said, it's from Amazon, which is funny because it literally looks like I could have gotten it in a very charming little shop somewhere in Europe, which I am in Europe, so that helps. But no, Jeff Bezos literally blessed my living room. Tiny history moment, and I promise it's the fun kind, so bear with me. Rugs weren't always just decor. They were basically a symbol of wealth, craftsmanship, and also survival. They insulated cold floors, warm rooms, and showed off status. Because trust me, a hand-woven rug took forever to make, so we gotta appreciate them. It was basically proof that you had time, money, and skills artisans in your life. It's more than I can say. And the vintage look we love now, that comes mostly from traditional woven patterns, especially from regions like Turkey, Persia, and Central Asia, where rugs were literal storytelling through symbols and motifs. So yeah, I bought mine online, but listen, the aesthetic lineage is ancient and iconic. Basically, I'm honoring history through Amazon Prime. Once the rug was down, my brain immediately went, what if we added some life? Like I said, I was missing a lot of the green and I wanted to be able to match it with something, so it made sense. I absolutely fell in love with the rug. It was one of the statement pieces in my apartment that I wanted to revolve my styling and decor around, so I made a decision to incorporate a lot of green. I have not looked back since, by the way. Every day there's more and more green in my apartment, and I find it such a nice, calming color. I can only recommend. People say green is the new millennial, right? Maybe. But interior design wise, it's a smart choice. I've got something else. In fact, I have two somethings. No living space in any era was complete without some greenery. And that's what I have here. Greenery. Maybe I should open where it says, open here.
You are made of stupid.
You wanna smell some? Yeah. Say hi. Hello.
What up, biatch?
She doesn't like that. No wonder why. Oh, it's so tiny. Oh, all right. Look how tiny this orchid is. Okay, so what this is a colibri orchid. It's like a smaller type of orchid. Mind you, I already have one here, but as you can see, this one is past the blooming stage, although it's still doing well.
And what gave you the confidence?
delusion.
It's even growing little new leaves here that I didn't have before. So it's not me. I am not killing it, okay? I just want to make that clear. What's happening, however, is that it's just simply past the blooming stage. I read online, it takes quite a lot of months for this to bloom. And this is one of my statement pieces for my coffee table. And it kind of bothers me that it's just 2 sticks and 3 leaves. So what I decided to do is I bought this new orchid and I thought, okay, even if this at some point ends its blooming cycle, then probably this one will start it. So I can just switch these 2. I was gonna tell her. This one, it's a Congo type. I see it has so many, what's this called? Bunions? Not bunions. We should be getting a lot of new blooms soon. As you can see, it's full of these, so that's perfect. No, this one. Oh my god. This is a big boy. I am most excited for this one because it's going to make a big difference, hopefully, in my living room area. So ideally, my idea was to grow a big plant. I have some here that have the potential to become quite tall, but I have the feeling that I'm not getting there anytime soon because it takes way longer than I had initially thought it did. So as I do sometimes, I skip the difficult parts and I fast forwarded time and just got myself a plant for which somebody has already done the hard work. It is what it is. Interior design is exhausting, mind you. But you're pretty. Oh, but it's not as tall as I thought it would be. According to the website, it should have been about, I'd say 90 centimeters total because the pot is supposed to be 21 centimeters and the plant per se about 70. Either I calculated measurements like very, very wrong, which is definitely a possibility. I would not put that past me. Numbers are not my thing.
You ask me any mathematical question, I bet you I can tell it to you right off the bat.
What's 12 times 12?
12 times 12 is 91.
Or they lied to me. Let's release you. You're so pretty. Look at her. You need a little bit of dusting, that's for sure. Other than that, isn't she pretty? Look at these leaves. They're huge. Look at my hand. Oh my goodness. You're also very pretty. I hope you don't get jealous and die on me, okay? Just saying. As of right now, this is what it looks like. As you can see, I have a tiny little plant here that I was planning on growing. As I said, I've seen it grow big, albeit in shops where they've probably been growing for a long time. Although it looks nice, it's a little tiny splash of green on that corner. I would like it to be a bigger splash of green because honestly, I can just imagine the whole thing, especially now with the carpet. I think like it would make such a big difference, wouldn't it? This pot is way bigger than the one I originally have for these 2 corner plants that I have and are supposed to be matching each other. So I need a new pot. And then it would look so nice. I'm so excited. I am happy. Anyway. Ta-da! So she should look something like this, but imagine it with a white pot. Magnifique! I don't speak French. In this case, the first step I took was adding a bigger plant, which you can see in the back. It keeps growing every day a little bit more. Mind you, this was many months ago, so it's still surviving, which it's progress for me. I kill a lot of plants lately. Whatever, I digress. Finding a non-toxic plant has always been a challenge because, you know, I have a cat and she likes to nibble and eat every single plant I ever own or flower or whatever. So I have to be extra careful with that. So should you. I found this, I think it was like a calathea. Don't hold me to this because I'm not quite sure. I will enter the name in any case somewhere here. I love it. It has big leaves just like monsteras do. Monsteras, by the way, if you don't know, they're toxic to cats. So be careful with those. This one made a big difference because visually it's big. And so it matches the vibe from the rug, which is also green. And this was my 2 first steps of introducing green into my apartment. It had everything very very nicely together. As I mentioned, up until that point, other than the pink/burgundy chair and the curtains, which are the same color, which is already pretty brave, I won't say otherwise, I had been keeping color out of my apartment for the most part. It was mostly gray and beige. Big mistake. So, since the plant I already had there was very little, first of all, and second of all, was not doing very well because it was too far from the window, together with the fact that I wanted something visually bigger, I got ahead and got this Calathea? If I keep saying anything is not correct, I'm gonna be pissed. It's probably not gonna be correct, is it? I probably should have looked this up. Well, too late now. I'm very happy. This plant gives so much more movement to the space and ties with the rug so much better. It has made the living room feel so much more alive, calmer, softer, and simply more expansive. More like a space where I would drink tea and stare out the window dramatically. Honestly, greenery does wonders to a space. That was the moment I realized this video was no longer just about one change. Can I just say, this game is freaking awesome. I haven't been addicted to a cozy game like this in a very long time. It's cozy, it's slow, and it has books, like real books. Like for instance, I have Howl's Moving Castle. I'm learning about so many books I had no idea existed. Just because you're supposed to give recommendations to your clients, you have this tiny bookshop, which is like a mobile bookshop, kind of. And you can decorate it and you get clients and you get to go to different sites and park your tiny bookshop and everybody comes and they ask for recommendations. You have to go through your bookshelves that you stock every single day. You take the description of what you're looking for and go through each section, each genre that you have in your bookshop. And look at that. I get to recommend some of my favorites to fictional clients. How cool is that, please? You know, one of my dreams is actually owning a bookshop. This is something my friends and I have talked about forever. Like, if any of us ever gets rich, we have to open a bookshop together. Like, that's one of my impossible goals in life. But it is a dream that basically moves me through my life. And this game, it's called Tiny Bookshop, by the way, is just tapping into all of my little dreams and hopes and the coziness. It's so relaxing. Like, the stakes are exactly zero here. Like, the worst thing that could happen is basically that you give a recommendation that the customer doesn't like, which honestly, I feel so offended whenever that happens because, like, what? I gave you not only what you asked for, but also a masterpiece that I loved. I mean, anyway, you should play it if you haven't already. It's one of my new favorite games. End of statement. And then I went to an antique shop because, of course I did. Mind you, this is always dangerous for me, especially financially speaking. So I'm looking a little bit crusty because I have no reason for this. I have no explanation. It's just the middle of the day and this is how I am at home. I don't want to lie to you. What I do want to show you though, and that's why I showed you my crusty dusty side, is this new acquisition that I made very recently. I really did not plan on getting this. This was an utter happy surprise because I went to my very trusty antique store here in Munich, Kunst Oase. I found this amazing treasure that I'm gonna show you right now. I don't know where to put you. Look, it's you! Say hi to yourselves! Isn't this beautiful? Okay, you can see my unmade bed here. Shame on me. Hello! This is from my summer palace. I brought it over to my humble house where I pretend to be a peasant. I pretend very well, let me tell you that. I saw it and I immediately fell in love with it. I did some research and as you can see, the back gives a lot of information as well because it kind of gives us more or less a date when this was made. All in all, I could find out most likely this comes from Italy somewhere, most likely Florence. It's a Baroque Florentian style mirror. It just looks like a fairy tale mirror. I think it's gorgeous. I was amazed when I saw it, so I thought it has to be mine. And now it is. So I have to put it up so I can actually feel like a princess.
They have brains enough. Don't make me laugh. They were popular. Popular.
This was the most spontaneous purchase. It was, I'm telling you. It's an Italian Baroque style, kind of romantic, dramatic. It looks like it fell out of a palace, which I'm so here for. If a fairy tale had a hallway, this mirror would be in it, 100%. Okay, if I'm gonna be honest, I had been for a while looking for a mirror, also kind of like this vintage style. As you notice, it's a pattern for me. I love this style. I was in need of a mirror for my hallway. I already had this farther away mirror for like a full outfit check before I leave the apartment, but I needed like one that was closer. I had a perfect spot for it prepared, and once I saw this one, I immediately fell in love. By the way, the man at the antique shop that I usually go to, the consultations, he's so nice. He's the most kind man ever. It's very nice to hear all these stories that these people have to say, people that have these kind of shops. He told me that his dad used to own his shop. He loved collecting the stories of other people, with them, their things. You could tell, like, the way he spoke about these things, it was so wholesome. You could feel the love in his words. So I always love to go there, and it's a trap, honestly, because I end up buying always something. I also recently bought a little jewelry box for my mom that I absolutely adore, and once I saw it, I immediately thought of her because she always leaves her earrings laying around everywhere. It drives me crazy whenever I go to her apartment and I see them everywhere. And so I thought this was going to be the perfect thing for her, and it was such a nice thing. It was like a Chinese kind of box made from, probably, if I recall correctly, like 60s, 70s. It's such intricate work. I loved it. I loved it. So if you have never gone to an antique shop, please go and try to do so with wondering eyes, asking yourself what kind of person might have owned that thing that you're looking at in that very moment. I can only recommend doing that. It's an experience, even if you don't buy anything. But I digress again. I ended up putting the mirror in my hallway because I wanted the first thing that I would see when I got home to be intentional. And also because hallways deserve better than being ignored, which happens very often. Just because it's a transitional space in our homes doesn't mean that it doesn't deserve love and attention. Another mini history moment. Mirrors used to be a luxury item, like a serious luxury. For centuries, big mirrors were expensive because making flat, clear glass was hard. And in Europe, places like Venice were very famous for mirror making. People basically treated mirrors like elite status symbols. In Baroque style, what this mirror is inspired by was all about drama, grandeur, and movement. Ornate frames, curves, gold finishes. The vibe is literally more is more, which I adore because this mirror literally makes my hallway feel 10 times bigger and 10 times more magical. So yes, I bought a mirror, but I also bought illusion. Hello. I know I look crazy. I have no makeup on. I have a breakout on my forehead. Skin is flaking. I'm looking crusty. By the way, I also recently did a touch-up for the microblading / hyperrealism some days ago. So now they are kind of starting to peel off a little bit, not too much yet. I just wanted to share with you something I'm super excited about. I just got ticket, singular, 1 unit of a ticket for the movies because I want to go watch The Housemaid. I do have a movies buddy. I could tell, let's go watch this, but I explicitly feel like going by myself. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like having a solo date and doing it myself. I've only done it once with the Weekend movie, and I can only recommend that experience, honestly, of going to the movies by yourself, getting yourself some popcorn. It's the best thing I ever did. I'm missing that, and I want to do it again. So I got a ticket for this Saturday night, and I'm excited about it. It kind of genuinely feels like I'm gonna have a date, but the difference is that it's a date with myself. But I just, reflecting on it right now, find it so cool that I have the capacity to get so excited over a date with myself. I can only recommend that, and it makes me very emotional as to how far I've come when it comes to loving my own company. So if you have never done it because you're afraid, do it, please. You have to try it. If you're afraid of what people will say about you, literally nobody pays attention. Now I pay attention to it just because I've done it. So I want to see how many people actually do it as well, apart from me. I know in theory a lot of people do it, but I want to see it by myself. So whenever I go with a friend, I also look out for people that are by themselves. And I can only think, you are so cool. You have to try it. Nobody cares that you're alone. Literally nobody. Before this, I never paid attention to other people. I never realized if somebody was by themselves, and I think nobody else does as well. So don't be afraid. Try it. Like, this is your sign to do it. And I will let you know what I think when I'm back on Saturday. It's currently Monday, so there's still some days to go, but I got the ticket. It's so weird saying just one singular ticket, but I am looking forward to it. I am so looking forward to it. Another life update. I'm getting a new tattoo on Friday. I'm so excited. Don't tell my mom. She doesn't know this yet. Mom, if you're watching this, maybe she's not watched all this way. I'm getting a new tattoo, and it's a little bit of a big one. It's the biggest one I have gotten so far. Probably the biggest one I will ever get, but I am very excited for it. It will be on Friday, so there's a lot of things happening this weekend that I'm excited about. Oh, another thing I wanted to share with you. I've been journaling again. I am always looking forward to the end of the day so I can journal. Honestly, if we're going to be very real about it, kind of the reason why it makes me so excited is because stickers. Like, for example, without showing you too much, I feel like a literal child, but I have really been enjoying it, and being able to sit down every single night and choose a sticker that represents me, or represents the day, or sends me a message that I'm grateful to hear, and also write a couple sentences, or even just one, the smallest thing ever that I can think of that I'm grateful for that day. I know this is very cliche. It's been done and said a lot, but it truly honestly works. Like, at first it was very difficult to be able to think of something I'm grateful for on a day where maybe nothing happened, or I was even in a bad mood, or I was sad, or, you know, it was a low energy day, which they happen a lot. And I also like to document them so I can have an overview of my mood, so to speak. And it's not like an actual mood tracker. It's just like I write every single day more or less what the mood was. For example, happy, motivated, tired, low energy, whatever it is. So it kind of allows me to have a bit of an overview over myself and be able to reflect back on my general status and my days. And now it's very easy to find something I'm grateful for. Even when I have bad days, I'm just like, you know, I sat down and I enjoyed a great cup of tea, and I cuddled with my cat, whatever, you know, like, it doesn't have to be something big. So there's always something to feel grateful for. And also, look at this spine. I mean, spine love still applies to bullet journals as well, not only books. They know where to get you. They get me in my feels with these things. So this is my update. I will update you over the week or more. I'm really looking forward to my soul date. Oh, well, but it's not stopping here. We're not stopping here. We're not done yet. We're not. I have something to show you again. I also found this key holder on, guess, Temu. Listen, I know. All right, I know. Sometimes Temu surprises you. You know, what is with this hair? It's like a Madonna with a microphone here. Like a virgin. I've been looking everywhere, up and down, left and right, for a new key holder. Well, I knew, as if I have one already. I don't. That was the point of this. Finding one. And I have found one, and I'm so in love. And it was so cheap. Let me show you. Excuse me, what? I do not know if you can see this properly, but it's huge. It's bigger than my head. It's not only a key holder, actually. You can hang anything on here. And I'm gonna put it in my entrance because I've been looking for something to accompany my little new... Let me show you that. Painting. The girl with the white pearls? I don't remember. But it's one of my favorite paintings of all time. And I bought this at IKEA for a very decent price. Just like this, by the way. 10 euros. This toy. Also Temu. It looks like something you would find in a castle, which I'm obsessed with. And the quality is actually really good. And most importantly, it keeps me from losing my keys, which is the whole point. So it's gonna go right here, like this, I think. Let's do it. So in theory, it has these two holes here that you should put, what's the name? I don't know English. Tornillos in Spanish. Okay, there you go. Editing Diana, you can insert it here somewhere because you do the hard work. I just vibe. But I'm just gonna put a couple nails. They're actually very small, as you can see there. They go in and out. They're not big enough, but I'm hoping that 2 is enough for it to like kind of hold its weight. I think it will. Honestly, for 10 euros, this is not bad at all. Look at that. It's very nicely painted. I think it's painted. And
You want
exactly what I wanted. All right. I mean, it's just freaking amazing. It's very cute. Let's put it up. Should I do this the right way and actually measure that it's straight? Yeah. Will I do it? Come on. You already know me. Let's hope for the best. I promise I know how to do things right. It's just that for myself, I'm too lazy for that sometimes. And also, I trust my eye very much. You know. Okay, update. That didn't work as I expected because, you see, yeah, it's not very secure. I wouldn't trust myself too much with that. So I think I either pull them out a little bit or I'm thinking to double tape this and secure it a little bit more. I'll update you again. I think I fixed it.
Delusion.
And I didn't even have to do that much. Let me take my keys out so you see them properly. I just took the nails out further, so now it's hung in better. And I guess I didn't fix it. Take 3. Now I think I fixed it. So I ended up not only bringing the nails a bit further away from the wall, but I also used one of these command strips. If you don't know, they are very sticky and it's like a double-sided tape kind of situation that you can use for all sorts of things like frames you want to hang on the walls, something like that. And I kind of like put it here behind, obviously. So now it's more secured here and also from the sides. So I'm actually pulling. It's not moving, but I will still let it rest until tomorrow. So the sticky command strip actually does its job properly. And now I have an actually functional entrance. How cool is that? I ended up placing it under this girl with a pearl earring painting that I also accidentally found at IKEA. Like, who would have thought? And I love how it makes the entrance feel so much more curated. Honestly, it's like a tiny gallery moment on its own, but also functional. What I love about upgrades and tiny changes like this is that they're not really about perfection. They're about creating a space that matches your inner world. It's all about making your space reflect how you want to feel. I really didn't plan this as a full makeover, but it really feels like one. Just these tiny things have transformed the way my apartment feels. It just happened. One choice led to another, and I don't regret any of them. The rug grounded the living room, the plant added life, and introduced a whole new color that I adore in the color palette. The mirror brought in romance, and the hallway finally feels like an introduction rather than an afterthought. This apartment is officially a fairy tale set, but rent is still very real though, unfortunately. Quick little update. I did go on my solo movie date and I watched A Housemaid. Actually, I loved it. It's honestly rare for a movie to live up to the book, but this one was actually really enjoyable, even knowing the story. So it was definitely worth it. Also, remember when I said I was getting a big tattoo? Well, I got it on my ribs. Would not recommend, or at least be emotionally prepared. I could not move or breathe properly for the next 3 days. So I had to postpone this whole date. I ended up moving it a week later when I could actually breathe without being in absolute agony. So yeah, that was a good decision. We've definitely learned some lessons. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for going through this little makeover with me that I loved and adored, and it changed completely the way I see my apartment and the way my interior design style goes when it comes to my space. No regrets. If you want to see more of this, let me know. If you don't, also let me know, maybe. I will see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.